Remember, just because CNN says, or even Fox News says that somebody's president doesn't make them president. So I think everybody wants to know that this was done properly and legally.
What is happening? Like, Trace, we've called it.
And I think we...
Greetings, pilots and passengers. It's been reported that Biden's won the election, or that Biden is now the president of the United States and all that. And I mean, the last few days we've heard nothing but that. Nothing but that at all. We've heard the media going on about, oh, look, Joe Biden is the projected winner, therefore he's won. And now if you take a quick look up at what's going on, it's just been accepted that now Joe Biden's the president and he's won, and that's it. End of. Off we go.
Well, it's easier to be a parent this morning. It's easier to be a dad. It's easier to tell your kids character matters. It matters. Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters. And it's easier for a whole lot of people.
You know, and I just think it's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. And I'm just here to tell you it is not over yet. It really is not over. Don't know how many times I'm going to repeat myself saying that, but it's not, because Trump isn't handing over his power. He's refusing to concede, and Monday marked the start of so many lawsuits taking place regarding what has gone on in this election. And we've seen so much of what's happened with voter fraud. And the thing that really gets me with this is how the media like to just, play around and completely ignore the vast amounts of evidence that people have put forward regarding voter fraud. I mean, the fact that all these ballots appeared in the middle of the night and were dumped all of a sudden, and it's always perfect amounts of ballots, isn't it? So what the Dems have clearly done here is waiting to see how much they are losing. Then they will dump the perfect amount of ballots. If they're losing, they were losing 100,000, and then magically the next day they've got 120,000 ballots in their favour, which is, magic. That it's really magic. These magic ballots, that just, appear out of thin air. And the reports of people who are dead voting, people aged over 100 voting.
I draw your attention to an obituary listed for one Denise Ondish in Allegheny County, born 9/10/1946, deceased 10/22/2020. Her application to vote was received on 10/23, the day after she died. It was then mailed by the county back to her on 10/24/2020, 2 days after she had legally passed away, and the ballot was then received back at the county office on November 2nd, 2020. And when you go to the Secretary of State's website today, it says that she voted in this election effective November 2nd, 2020, a full 9 days after Miss Ondish of Allegheny County passed away.
Apparently someone's cat or dog voted. It's ridiculous.
And what did you just tell me?
My dog voted in the 2020 election.
And how did you find this out?
I got an email that now won't open because the server is down, apparently. So now she has her microchip number as her social security. I went to the voting place, looked under her name and everything, told them her social security number. All of her vet records are gone now. And she had already voted.
And in fact as well, so many Republican observers were refused to watch the vote count. I mean, it says a lot, doesn't it? And the fact they were blocked as well. It's insane. The media push so much that voter fraud doesn't exist and it's a load of rubbish. Yet they're being very ignorant of stuff on purpose. The videos of paper and boards being put over the counting centres so that observers can't look in. If voter fraud doesn't exist, why the hell are they doing that? Seriously, just think for a minute, and I would really love the media to try explain that one. but of course probably did already and say it's a load of rubbish. We've seen the media throughout this election just completely gaslighting Trump and gaslighting the Trump's team in regards to him handling voter fraud, and that has been so clear throughout, saying voter fraud doesn't exist. Then they'll turn around and say Trump's being a sore loser. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they brought up some sort of Russia interference again, like, you know, that's one of their favourite things to do. You know, it's funny how 1 second Russia interference and Trump cheating, you know, existed in the 2016 election. The Democrats complained so much about that. Then in 2020, mail-in ballots magically at risk of, you know, voter fraud. It's funny that, isn't it, how that works? It's almost like they're, you know, trying to steal the election or something. The one thing that's really got to me recently is not only how they've handled this, the way they've come to these conclusions in terms of, you know, when Joe Biden started winning, well, cheating, they were like, right, that's it, Biden's won, it's over, guys, here we go, Trump's off out, way, you know, let's all celebrate. I think, no, you absolute beanheads, that's not how it works. The media don't decide who wins the election. It's never been the case. In the Constitution, at what point does it say the media are the ones who decide the election? No, they don't. Well, all the media are supposed to be doing is reporting the news. And they're supposed to be reporting the news fair and impartial. Well, that's in the UK anyway, but of course, what have we seen? Clear biases, a complete lack of impartiality, and it's just been so obvious who these media organisations have been funded by, and that they clearly are pushing for the elite agenda and just pushing for Biden to get in, well, I say Biden, Kamala to get in, so that she can unleash her communist beliefs and her very left-wing liberal, it's not even liberal at this point, it is heading into communist beliefs and policies upon the American people.
You're considered the most liberal United States senator.
Somebody said that, and it actually was Mike Pence on the debate stage. But
yeah, well, actually, the nonpartisan GovTrack has rated you as the most liberal senator. You supported the Green New Deal. You supported Medicare for all. You've supported legalizing marijuana. Joe Biden doesn't support those things. And is that a socialist or progressive perspective?
No.
As a journalist, I just get so annoyed by this because the media is supposed to be for the people. The media really are supposed to be for the people and reporting things that matter. But clearly here, they could not care less. They really, and it's funny that, you know, a few years back I used to think that the media I used to watch BBC, I ain't gonna lie, I did. But now when you notice stuff, it's so hard to ignore. And then the BBC and the news, the mainstream media, they have no care in the world, and the way they report stuff just shows that they don't care about anything, and they don't care if they look bad. And that is the one thing, they really don't care if they look bad. But you know what? People are waking up to this, and people are realising the mainstream media is a load of rubbish, and they are getting pretty angry, and they're speaking up. And you know what? So many people are cancelling their TV licences. So many people in the US are speaking out about the corrupt media, especially Fox News. Not only that, but turning to alternative news sources. Despite this corruption, despite what's going on, because hey, if this election was fair, if Biden had won fairly, then, you know, hands up, fair enough, we'd all be like, right, he won fair and square. But he's not won fairly, he's cheated his way in. Because he knows he can't win any other way because people don't like him and don't like his policies and know that he's corrupt, along with Kamala and the rest of the Dems. People are waking up to this, and people still have faith. That is important. People still have faith, and I think a lot of people realise now that this is not over. It really is not over. Trump's powering on, and Trump is wanting to secure this election because he knows they've cheated, and he knew that that was going to be the case in the first place. But he's fighting for the truth to come out and for the truth to be exposed. And I think there will be a lot of people in this world who will be in for a big shock when it does, because they will realise the people that they have been idolising, following, the political party they've been supporting, even just public figures who they've, looked up to or said a few nice things about, they're going to realise that they are not the good guys. that they this whole time have been working against them, because these people who are orchestrating this mass scale corruption that is absolutely insane going on before our eyes and being carried out, they just don't care. They don't care about us, and they never did, and they never will. But all I'm saying here is keep the faith, guys. Please keep the faith. Don't watch the mainstream media, because it's just only going to make you feel depressed and think that everything's over and that the elites have won. But it's not. This is going to go on for a very long time. It's not over yet. It's only just begun. And light always wins. Light always beats darkness. And that has always been the case. So keep the faith, guys. Send out some positive vibes and some positive thoughts, because they are needed right now. Sorry if this came across as quite a rant today, but I just felt like I needed to say my thoughts on all of what's going on, because it's getting to the point where it's just impossible to ignore the corruption, and it makes me mad when I see the media taking advantage of people and just reporting absolute rubbish. I'd say some other words, but you know, I'm trying to keep it family friendly the best I can. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Leave me a comment down below what your thoughts are on what's happening with the election, your thoughts regarding voter fraud and the Democrats, what they've been up to. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd like to add that if you'd like to support the channel, please subscribe to Dare to Fly Today and get ready to take flight. Turn on notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video. Like this video and share it with others. You can also support the channel even further with a one-off donation via my Ko-fi page, which will help fund the channel and the content that I create. You can also make donations through my PayPal, and links to both my Ko-fi page and PayPal are down below in the description box. To everyone who's supported me on this journey, thank you so much. I love you all very much, and you're helping me pursue my dreams and my passion. If you'd like to stay in touch with me, you can follow me on Twitter at DareToFly777, where I'll be retweeting some stuff regarding the election, and I'll be tweeting my thoughts regarding the mainstream media, which we all know. Yes, we all know that they aren't held in high regard in my eyes. So come and join me over there. Stay safe, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day wherever you are in the world. Stay true, stay awake, and as always, fly high, fear less.